All right. So we're back. So today is the first of the month, November. Um, Yesterday we had almost an all-day sell-off at the beginning of the hour. Then it consolidated for quite a bit, and then had a little bit of sell-off right at the end. All right. So pre-market. This is yesterday. We are selling all in. At the end of the yesterday, it sold off. Pre-market major sell-off. Came back, retested those highs, sold off even more during the market, and then around 11 o'clock, we consolidated, and then right at the end, another sell off right down to the bottom, reaching the demand zone, and now we bounce, moving up. So now we're moving up, but the interest on the 5 minute looks very low. Now we're buying, we drop. Right now we're buying. So, we try to sell off a little bit, but couldn't. Price bounce, kind of bounce off of these areas here. So you can see that we had a failed sell off. Price tried to sell, and then price reclaimed above these selling pressure. As you can see, boom, 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 and then price moved higher. So this is a failed sell. Price did move up, came back down, had a retest, had a nice pullback, came and held these buying area here, and then bounced up. Right. So what can I make of any of this information? So I can still say that we are still somewhat consolidating. Sellers are still in control. Um, NQ kind of did the same thing. So we had sell here, price try to sell, try to sell, try to sell, and then we started reclaiming above all of that, right? Boom, right? Failed up here. This is all yesterday. Let's get to the evening session, the overnight session, all right? So as you can see here, price started to sell into this area here, but couldn't hold, and then price came right above, giving us a failed selling attempt and a reversal. Right into here where price started to just pick up and then slow down because it was going to a other um, supply zone, came back down, held this buying and pushed up even more. Tried to sell, right? Fell sell again, price reclaim and pushed up, and then there goes strong selling, reclaim, more selling, came back down to here. So we might be ranging today. We do have news. Actually, no. We should have news coming out. We have non-farm payroll. Yep, price is doing this thing. So let's just want to let price do its thing. That's where's my clock? There you go. My clock can stay up. So we got non-farm payroll. So I'm gonna clear my charts on the other screen while NFP do its thing. Um, we got 1, 2, 3 news events at 8:30 on Forex Factory, on only one on Econ Day. So this should move the market a bit. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3. Then we have 9:45, which is nothing really major. Then we have a 10 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, which is pretty big. Uh, yeah, this is pretty big. So something under here. We have Lori Logan speaks in the PMI. So 9:45 might be something because we do have a speaker. So like I said, I'm gonna clear my charts on my other screen and then look for some levels. We have about an hour until the market opens. So that's that. So let's get rid of everything that we got on the screen. That's not really going to help us. All right. So we'll also do NQ. Whoops, did not mean to erase that, did I? Oh yeah, that can go. This can go. Oh, that can go. All the lows can. No, not the lows, because we gapped down on one of these things. I got to figure out where we gapped down at. All right. So first thing I want to do are the highs and the lows. No, let's do the highs and the lows. to see where we are, and then we'll do and run over the settlement price. So this low over here can be moved because we did clear it. The lows are here. We're doing the trading session, and the highs up there. The high doesn't even have a wick. Price is sold off at the highs. There goes the highs. You see things are happening here. Let me fix that H and make it capital. I said we might be ranging today based off just how we see this, or might see some strong selling up here, right? All right, so I got my highs and my lows on ES. I'll make my highs and my lows on NQ. So just one thing at a time for all of this that has happened in this short period of time. We cleared this one. Lows are here. All right, low 925. Yeah, I think that's a low. And that's our low right there. And then our high is in the most awkward space. Get our high. Price is barely lifting. Which is interesting because NFP is usually a major thing. Maybe price is not lifting because we have the election in 1, 2, 3, 4 days. This is going to be a scary ass day. Not gonna lie. The way that this US election is going, shit. Alright, so price has been going sideways the entire time. I already don't have any volume in the 30-minute on NQ. I got my highs and my lows. Let's do our settlement prices. Settlement price. Can I still one? Yeah, I can still do one up here. And gotta find where that gap is. That's for sure. Going to go settlement price. That last candle, right around here, which is at 5738.5. That's settlement price. And Q. Let's do this one over here. Let's add settlement price at 200 to 1.75. So basically where the low is, in a sense. All right, and we're back above the weekly. Oh, I can get rid of that. At the low that's hiding. Since we did break the weekly, I'm gonna chop it up. We chopped around the weekly, so weekly might not even be anything of importance anymore. Okay, I got my highs and my lows. Where's my notepad? My clipboard. Highs and my lows. All right, got my highs and my lows. News. I'll mark my news candle. I haven't been marking news in a while. I still got time with this news, but I'll start it so I don't forget. NFP. So that's the only thing that may give us actual value. All right. So I'd like to see how the indicators work around that. There we go. NFP. All right, and we're still working on that. We have about 7 more minutes, so I'm gonna put a 7 minute timer so I can make sure that I set this up correctly, that everything is set correctly. One minute. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. All right, got my timer. So we'll leave these up here, and then we'll fix it. I'm thinking price might go higher and actually just migrate higher. Find some rejection somewhere around here is where I'm guessing that I'll find rejection. Because that's where I really have selling volume. Um, the other ones don't count. So, all right. So I got my highs, got my lows. Working on my news. Let's work on the daily. All right. I know I'm working a little backward. I usually go. Let me do volume, like I usually do. So, all right. So we still have a little space down here. Hopefully, price doesn't go all the way down there. We do have. Oh shit! We got a gap we never filled. Is this set correctly? So extended hours, short contract. No, these are yeah, it's set correctly. We have a gap we never filled. Make this a little thick so I can see it. It's warrant that I know about it. All right. And this is a low. All right. So we should definitely have a gap somewhere here, but this is like a true gap. All right, let's go to the daily. I'm gonna do a clear chart. All right, this is a true gap. Let's get rid of extended hours. Let's see if we dig. Yeah, see, we got a gap right here. Yeah, so this is the only gap that we got. So what was that about? Yeah, that's a gap that we got, and then we have this up here. So fuck, somebody acting up. Um, and this one hasn't been touched by anything. So I can definitely see price coming down to this gap. So fill it. We don't usually leave any gaps unfilled. We do have this one here. That was unfilled. We do have this one over here. This one here. Let's see how price reacted around those. Let's see if they touched them overnight. That way I can have a quick idea of saying if I'm wasting my time or not. All right, yeah, I'm going even further back. That was a nice fill. Let's change that one. Okay, got filled. And quickly just find all those gaps. Got filled. Got filled. Price opened at the gap. Crazy, right? Okay, so that's essentially all of the gaps. All right, so then I'm gonna add in I don't know what my title there. It is 8:42. I'm adding that overnight session and see how price worked out around those areas. So it looks like price touched and filled, touched and filled. So when it opened up overnight, kind of just touched them. This one never got touched. We left. This one didn't get touched. Yeah, so we zoom in. We see this is where the gap was. Price touched it in the overnight session. Went, touched it in the overnight session. Went, touched it in the overnight session. Went. Never touched this one here. Market ever came down here, I think people would cry. Didn't touch it here, but we touched it there. Filled. Touched in the overnight session. Filled the gap. Bounce. Kind of touched it here. It went. Never touched it. Came back. Filled it. Went. So as you can see, we're rising on low volume. Had a spark of buying. Buying that failed. And then, well, price said, I'm screwed. I'm just going to come back down. All right. Broke through this. Try to see if there's anybody else left behind. And reversed. Came back up. Retested that gap after it broke above. And it went. So now we're coming here. So I think we might try to fill this because this looks just like that area there. Well, except for where's that gap? The gap had a ton of buying and then jumped. So buy, 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 strong jump. What about this gap? We have nothing. Prices jumped. What about the one that we never filled? We had buy. No, we had nothing. We had sell, buy, then jump with volume. When it jumped here, did it have volume? No, nothing. Prices jumped. So I'm not sure what to make of that. What price is rising? Like I said, probably would. So yeah, I guess I just will stay there. Let's push this forward. Okay, stomach's acting right. Okay, that's really it. I don't really have much. Let's go to NQ real quickly and do the same thing. I'm just gonna keep NQ on this so that way I don't have to go and mess with it. Let's push this forward. Oh, it's a strong selling day. NQ doesn't have any gaps I can see that's nearby. I need to actually do this. It doesn't have a true gap like ES did. What was ES true gap? That was on the 16th. Yeah, see, that one filled it. All right, for the most part, it fills up most of its gaps. I don't see any gaps here. So NQ is pretty solid. We're filling the gaps in the overnight session. Skipped, didn't fill, but we see what ES did, and it's kind of similar. So it filled most of their gaps in the overnight session. That was a nice retest. Is this COVID? This is 2024. This is this year. Yeah, I remember this now. We filled that gap right here. Price bounced, came back, bounced. So we do have just this upper gap right here. Nothing here. So mark it as gap. Let's just do that, and then let me do it for Yes. Cap. Okay. All right. So back to the 30. Actually back to the 15 or 5. So that's that here. No real volume came in. Price really did nothing on NFP. Wow. It moved what 15 points. Must just be exhausted. There's no selling here. But we're all holding the highs, so or midday highs, not the highs. We're holding the midday highs from yesterday. All right, so back to this then. All right, so what can I work with? I got selling pressure here. That's for sure. Let's put this back the way it was. Selling pressure right here. Here and there. All the selling pressure stop. And we definitely have selling pressure right above here. I'm definitely going to have to look what's in here. So that's important. That's really what I got. Buying wise, I do have some buying, but I think we have the buying pressure there. Um, so this is important. Then we died out. Then we have selling up here. All right. This is end of day volume. That's end of day volume. Um, NQ also has end of day volume that matches with NFP. End of day volume. Um, so we got selling here. Got selling here. Here for sure. There. So this whole thing might just be it. Let's zoom out a bit. What did we bounce off of? Let's add more days. Bounce off of, oh, we bounce off of this area here. We bounce off of consolidation. 2000. Bounce off of consolidation. Got buying right here. That's probably the highlight of the day. Let's see how that one fares off. And then I want to see what yeah, that's what we bounce off of. Wow. Interesting, interesting. Okay, I respect you. And yeah, price consolidated and then it moved up. This is 10.7. So let's go to the 1 minute chart. Let's add, that's a 5 minute chart. What's up with the 5 minute chart? That's fine. Let's add 30 days. 10.7. Should be able to find it. There we go. Don't see any buying. Do have buying here, but I don't see any buying until we get up to this here. This whole thing here is buying. This whole thing here is buying. Let's go now to the 1 minute. Let's add 30 more, 25 more days of this. So out. And let's go find that. Right there. Oh, there goes our cluster. That failed. Yeah, that's nice. That's a beauty. Yeah. It's probably what we, and then price jumped out. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's do yes. I really don't know what to do with any of this. Not gonna lie. All right. So the candles are huge. They're huge candles. All right. Definitely got to be selling in here, right? Um, need to think, think. Um, all right. Let's do this. Okay. So this one we're up above. All right. We're basically way up. This NQ, yeah, Q. We're basically way up here. I want it to go to the 1 minute. Should go to the 1 minute. Yeah, so we're basically way up here. In the sense we're holding this cluster or this thing here. We're holding this consolidation zone. Let's put it up to here. All right, we're basically holding that. Then we have another small cluster right here. That. All right. And then we have just rejection of the highs. All right. I'm just gonna. I might just be monitoring. Okay. And for ES, there's nothing there. Go back. Don't know what the heck is defending. We do have a cluster up here to here. This small. We cleared that though. get above here, I try to take these small moves. If we failed, so looking for a failed attempt or a committed attempt. Boom. So the trend now is somewhat up. So I need to see a failed buy or a broken retest. So I need to see a green candle, a green arrow, and then breaking out the trend, or red candles, come back retest, and then push up. That's essentially it. I don't have much of anything to really work with. Let's do VIX because I've ignored VIX the entire time today. What are you doing, VIX? That can help. VIX really broke out of this area here. I need to hike and Nashi candles, right? That's what I'm going to do next. My hike 858. Check that out. Okay. So price is not really really ready to do anything on ES, and I think it's really ready to not do anything on NQ. We don't have any major things. We do have a buy that failed, but we don't have a trend line at all, right? So, and it never actually hasn't failed because it didn't close below the candle. It needs to close below the buying. So we're still up here. All right. So this one here, buy that failed, boom, failed right here. Now you can get that one. Bum 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 bum. Failed. You know, if you just really want to just fuck around with your head. Buying failed. Oh nope, pushed up. Right. But prefer to buy them at the levels, not at these middles. Um, maybe there's a level somewhere around here. So right now, if we fail this, maybe we can get a short. Crosses below. Right? That's a potential. So maybe we can get a short, come back to NFP, come back to VWAP. May get stopped out right here. All right, and over here. So, but the buying is very weak. And the 1 minute doesn't seem to want to produce anything of value. So that's it. That's essentially it. That's all I got. All right, so that's it. So I might take a trade if price can break below it and close below it. Um, I see price reclaimed. So I'm just setting up my thing, but no, just trying to figure out, do we have a trend line? Or am I trying to force a trend line? Kind of have that. So if price breaks below and closes, I'll take a quick short. Um, stop loss would be up here. It's about 6 points, so it's about $30. Stop loss might be up here actually. So if we can close below, all right, and then we'll try to get down to here. We do have buying right here, so this would be a good area to exit. If buying is held over here, as NQ has something, NQ does not have something similar. Okay, we got about a few more minutes, a few more seconds. So yeah, I might consider taking a short. Um, none of the candles closed on the 5 minute, but let's see. We need to wait for a 5 minute close. I think so, because usually I get from a 1 minute entry. I'll wait for a 5 minute close. It's okay for me to miss the trade versus me forcing this trade. Price couldn't hold anyways. I'll wait for a 5 minute close. But yeah, that's an area of interest right here. Let's push this out further until 9. All right, so we have that. Price is holding this. Let's zoom out to see what price is holding. Okay, nice job, bounce. So right now we do somewhat have an uptrend happening. All right, price held here. Price held here. Price held there. So all right, so these are just small scalping areas for trying to go short, and these are just targets. So, but yeah, if this 5 minute closes, I will be interested in taking a quick short. I might just take this one live. We're going here. If it's not too far from where I'd want to enter. It's very fucking far. Alright, we're gonna have to let this one go. That's too far. And then I'd have to enter like this. Alright. And I think price should be going. I think it's ready to go. Nice double top. But I definitely would take a pullback into this here. If it holds. And then I'll take it lower. So I'm gonna set up my live stream. I don't see any volume that came in. But price might start actually dropping without me, but that's fine. We can make note of it. Oh, price drop even more. Fuck it, bitch. All right, that's it. I'm done for now.